This week on LIC Presents Journey in the Life of an Indian, we profile two courageous individuals who succeeded against all odds. Hasina Hussain not only survived a brutal acid attack but fought for justice and empowerment, an inspiration for everyone. Being born in the slums of Mumbai did not deter Yuvraj's spirit. His determination allowed him to represent his country as part of the Indian hockey team. Her world has become dark. Her face has become scarred. Hasina's world came to a standstill on April 20th, 1999.
मेरी ज़िंदगी थम से गई थी, जैसे सब कुछ ख़त्म हो गया था मेरी ज़िंदगी में, क्योंकि मैं देख नहीं सकती थी और उसके ऊपर से डिसफिगरमेंट। और जैसे मैंने डॉक्टर से बात की तो मुझे ये लगा कि मैं कभी ठीक हो ही नहीं सकती।
Life as Hasina Hussain knew changed 15 years ago. A determined 20-year-old, Hasina was juggling between college and work to make ends meet. Until a former employer attacked her with almost 2 liters of sulfuric acid.
जो मेरे साथ ये हादसा हुआ था एसिड अटैक का, ये मेरे बॉस ने ही मेरे पे एसिड फेंका, जो इंडियन एयरफोर्स में काम करता था। उसने मुझे प्रपोज़ किया था तो मुझे पसंद नहीं आया और मैंने काम छोड़ दिया। उसके बाद काम छोड़ के दूसरी जगह जाके मैंने एक काम ज्वाइन कर लिया था। मैं सुबह चल के जा रही थी रोड पे, एकदम गेट के सामने पहुंची तो वो ऑलरेडी वहाँ खड़ा था। उससे हाथ में जग था, वो 2 लीटर का सल्फ्यूरिक एसिड था। उसने बस मेरे पर डाल दिया इमीडिएटली। इतना वो कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड था कि वो पूरे मेरे बॉडी में फैल गया। उसकी वजह से पूरा मेरा बॉडी डैमेज हो गया, लाइक वैसे मेल्ट होके स्किन नीचे गिरना शुरू कर दिए।
Coping with the pain of the acid attack, battling blindness, gruesomely disfigured, and struggling with the emotions of being a victim, Hasina had almost given up. Her only pillar of strength was her family.
फिंगर्स काम नहीं करते थे, गले में कंट्रैक्चर्स थे, मैं खड़ी नहीं हो सकती थी, टोटली 100% डिसेबल, जो इंसान जिंदा लाश की तरह है तो वैसे थी। बस सांसें चलती थी। तो बहुत सारे लोग बोलते थे आके कि ये रह के भी क्या करेगी इस दुनिया में, इसको वहीं डॉक्टर से बोल के इंजेक्शन डाल देते, वहीं मर जाती तो अच्छा होता। ऐसा हाल था कि फाइनेंशियल प्रॉब्लम भी था, उसके ऊपर से ट्रैवल नहीं कर सकती थी, मेरे को लेके आ जाना आना बहुत मुश्किल था। तो डॉक्टर्स ने मेरी बहन को ड्रेसिंग करना सिखाया, तो मेरी बहन मेरे लिए ड्रेसिंग करती थी।
Getting treatment after the attack was another hurdle for Hasina. As she shunted from one hospital to another, she came to terms with reality. The reality that she would never regain her vision and she would never look the same again.
पेरेंट्स को हमारा घर बेचना पड़ा, पूरा मेरा ज्वेलरी, मम्मी का ज्वेलरी बेचना पड़ा। और मेरे डैडी जो भी थे लोन लेके मेरी ट्रीटमेंट करा रहे थे। तो ऐसा ये हुआ है कि एक वक्त आया है कि फाइनेंशियल प्रॉब्लम की वजह से मुझे डिस्चार्ज करके घर भी बेच दिया गया।
Overpowered by pain and angst, Hasina underwent 35 rounds of extensive reconstructive surgery.
If it is a diluted acid, then the amount of damage that it causes is much less than if it is a concentrated acid. In her case, I think whoever did it had access to a fairly large quantity of concentrated acid. Her eyes were an immediate concern for us and to do as many surgeries as we could to try and save her vision, which unfortunately we weren't able to do. We had to resurface her entire face. Her neck had a contracture, so the neck was kind of stuck onto the chest. Her hands were deformed, so she was not able to use her hands in her activities. So all this required multiple stages of surgeries to get her to come to any kind of presentable form and functional.
But this brave heart had another battle to win. A trial court gave Hasina's attacker a jail term of only 5 years. She fought for justice until her culprit was awarded life imprisonment by the Bangalore High Court.
मैं तो लाइफ लॉन्ग में डिसेबल हो चुकी थी, लॉस में आई साइट, सब कुछ ख़त्म हो चुका था मेरी ज़िंदगी में। तो 5 साल की, वो भी अंडर कस्टडी, वो कैसे इंसाफ दिला सकता है मुझे करके मैंने हाई कोर्ट में अपील किया। तो वहाँ पर वर्डिक्ट निकला कि लाइफ इम्प्रिजनमेंट करके, बट 14 इयर्स की सज़ा जो मैक्सिमम पनिशमेंट है। लेकिन वो भी मुझे आज तक इंसाफ नहीं बोल सकती मैं, क्योंकि वही हाल है। आफ्टर 14 इयर्स मैं तो वही डिसेबिलिटी के साथ स्ट्रगल कर रही हूँ लाइफ में। तो आई होप कि ऑलमाइटी अल्लाह विल गिव मी जस्टिस।
Finally, it was time to move on. While exploring new avenues, Hasina met her mentor, Shanti Raghavan. As the founder of Enable India, Shanti runs a charitable trust with a mission to empower people with disabilities.
So I remember the day when she first came. It took me some time to understand, oh my God, here's a person who has survived an acid attack and has gone through 10 years of surgery. And I remember that, her skin was very crispy, she couldn't sit for too long. But really, at that time we didn't know what to expect. I felt at that time itself, she had put her problem behind her, that was for sure.
It was at Enable India that Hasina discovered a whole new world of opportunities for people with visual impairment. She not only made new friends but also pursued a course in computer skills, making her employable.
हादसे के बाद 10 साल मेरी ज़िंदगी बस सर्जरी और एक कोर्ट केस ये फॉलोअप करते करते निकल गई थी, और मैं इससे थक चुकी थी कि कब तक चलेगा करके। तो मेरे बहुत सारे दोस्त हैं जो मुझे मोटिवेट करते थे, इनकरेज करते थे कि मुझे कुछ करना है। लेकिन सवाल था कि क्या करूँगी, क्योंकि अवेयरनेस नहीं था कि ब्लाइंड क्या कर सकते हैं। एनेबल इंडिया जाके मैंने सीखा कि एक डिसेबल भी खुशी से ज़िंदगी लीड कर सकती है इस सोसाइटी में।
Hasina did not let her disability and disfigurement come in the way of earning a living for her family. She went on to bag a central government job in Bangalore, her hometown.
Sometimes when people meet a visually impaired, they're very scared to give a job immediately. They'll not give the full work. She said, ma'am, you remember we learned how to do demos. I had gone and shown my manager the demo, and I'm working there now. I cook every day, I walk to my work. Oh, you use your cane every day? Yes. And for us, that's the symbol of independence. When you walk every day on your own, you're showing the world that I'll do it on my own. When I need your help, fine. But, walk with me.
We now welcome to our stage the real star of our evening, Miss Hasina Hussain.
As Hasina struggled to rewrite her destiny, organizations across India took cognizance of her grit and determination. A theatre and media company based in Mumbai organized a fundraiser to give her the much-needed financial support.
She stepped out of her house after 10 years to come to Tata and talk about her problem. She was a very cheerful, happy girl, but when she spoke to the audience, everybody broke down. What she told me was that I don't want charity. I want to use the money to better my prospects, to improve my life. She had had 32 operations by that time, and I think she had a few more after that. and she was true to her word.
Now an independent woman, even at home, Hasina carries out her household chores with much ease. But it is what she does alongside that steals the limelight. Hasina has made it her mission in life to help other acid attack survivors.
Recently, she sent across another patient who was in a similar situation with acid burns. She helped her emotionally, she helped her financially as well with her support group that she has. And it's just nice to see how positive she is despite all these things. And I think it's important for all of us to take this message that what ultimately matters is how strong you can be in these situations and how much you can give back to people. And that it's not just on the surface that you see beauty, but there's a lot within which we don't often see.
Words cannot describe what Hasina Hussain has battled and overcome. But her sheer courage and conviction can surely stir a change in each one of us. We salute this woman for her incomparable strength and compassion.